see you there. Good evening and welcome to Night Times with Josh. So, I've been thinking a little bit about connections and community lately. It's come up a few different times. It's come up in a few different contexts. It's something I've been thinking about, and so I'm kind of starting to get into this habit where I'll go for a walk at what I call the shift change. If you go out for a walk at night, you never really know what or who you might run into, and what conversations might come from that. You just never know. 2 nights ago, I also went for a walk, and so it's dark, and I'm walking down this sort of alley, and I was texting a good friend back, Ernest. The code is 049er beta epsilon. And usually I'm not a texting and walking person. I'm not a texting and walking person. But this time it felt like the right move. So I'm heads down. I've got my hoodie up because it's my favorite kind of weather. It's shorts and hoodie weather right now at night. And so I've got my head down, carefully choosing the words in this message that I'm composing. And as I'm slowly sauntering down this alleyway, that's Chat Pile, Dad. I hope you're having fun with it. As I'm sauntering down this alleyway, a floodlight kicks on. And it's kind of harsh in my buzz. I can't now. All of a sudden, there's a light glaring in. My hoodie's not enough to keep it out, and I can't really see the phone screen because it's all the way dim because it's dark out, and for whatever reason, it's just not adjusting properly to this light that's kind of coming in from the side. And it's too dark. I can't see the screen. It's ruining my mood. I do the head movement that I do, and I just keep moving. I get a little bit further, and another floodlight pops on, and another one, and another one, and then a hella passive-aggressive one kicks on. It's basically like up on this tree, pointing down over a privacy fence, and would seem to serve no other purpose than to turn on when somebody walked past at night. This is a very safe neighborhood. nothing happens here. Nothing happens here. And I do the only right thing. I put my phone in my pocket and I put both middle fingers up. It's only right. One of them did turn off, and I wonder if, I think some of them have security cameras. I know if I continue to do this, I hope that the cops don't become a problem at some point. I don't think so. They're not going to answer the call if somebody says, there's a man in a hoodie, and he's flipping off my flock security camera. So I get down into a more main street. It's not main, it's still a side street, but it's dark now. It's dark now. It's nice. I take my phone back out. I continue on with my texting. I finish my text message. And, well, sorry for all the text messages, Ernest. I finish them, and the moon's out, and I look up, and there's stars. We're in town, but you could see them pretty well, and it was nice, and that was nice. And I keep walking, and it made me think of a story I read a long time ago. Except now I guess, yeah, instead of people having all their TVs on inside, I guess they're probably just all on their phones these days. And so, and I'm wondering about this. I'm thinking about the story. I'm looking up at the stars. A plane flies overhead. Not a commercial airliner. Something smaller. Something lower. And it, I don't know. It did just kind of get me wondering. When are they going to start coming for the people creating connections and community? They already do. It's only a matter of time before they come for someone like me as well. So another thing I obsess over is movement. I'm really big into movement. I don't think I can break it down into less vague terms than that. I like movement a lot. I think it's important. There's something to it where there's a flow, there's a mechanic, there's a connection. There's a connection. And I found right, if you have one, if you have one, let's say like a leg that's like maybe everything's a little out of whack, because you busted up your ankle a couple times. There's actually stuff that you can do to strengthen that and maybe make it better than it was in some ways. And one of those things I'm working on, and have been for quite a while, is pistol squat. It's if you've ever tried, it's tough. And especially there's there's progressions you work through, and then as you start to get all the way towards doing one, there's a bit where you're putting all these pieces together, and it can be a real struggle to get that one complete motion. Or you can do it, but it is a struggle and it is messy. And I came up with a technique that works for me recently. I wanted to kind of pass along, and I found that if you work on your single leg deadlift, and this could take 2 or 3 weeks, and it's all about balance. It's all about balance, just holding the position, and it's hard and it's tiring. 5-10 minutes a day. And if you do the single leg deadlift, you go down, right, into your down position. You come back up and then you go immediately down into a pistol squat. There's something about it that lines everything up really nice, and it feels almost effortless. And I would say, especially if you're working towards repping out pistol squats, somehow it's easier to single leg deadlift, pistol squat, back up, single leg deadlift, pistol squat. You should try it. So that's kind of it. I really want to keep this one shorter. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot in this video. But I wanted to say, check out this story. The friend I was texting, very serendipitous. We've talked about this story numerous times over the years. It comes up once in a while. It's applicable. And so I went to reread it, when I was thinking about this, and it's available. You should go read it. It's very short. It's a very easy read. I think it's very important. Hard to be a god. Go out walking at night. Go to sleep, Josh. 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 Go to sleep.